guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Monday. Wanted to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as seasoned. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Monday, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Want to speak to you guys about a few downloads I received. I don't know what direction I'm going to go, but I do know I want to speak in regards to the wrath of God. I want to speak in regards to, if we're honest, a lot of us are still not fully, all caps, fully aligned. Some of us feel like we're not hearing from God. Some people feel like they're stuck and stagnant. I had a good brother who emailed me in regards to heart posture. I think he got hurt really bad, actually by his wife. He found something out last month, and his heart posture he's struggling with the heart posture. I also want to speak about idolatry, discipline, etc. All right, let's start with the fact that many of us are not fully aligned. Now, again, before major blessings, a lot of the times you're going to deal with the most difficult attacks of your life. The whole objective, of course, is for the enemy to literally clip you up, right? Throw you off alignment, get you so distracted that you're not in alignment to receive the manifestation. Receive the manifestation from God. So when these attacks happen, if you guys remember how aligned we were, all of us were in the comment section. Like the comment section now be having 2 and 3 comments because it's almost like people are guilty. Listen, I'm with you guys. I ain't tripping, right? We got to be honest. Like we were also aligned. We will be like commenting about what we were doing and how disciplined we were and this, that, and the third. And now it's almost like people feel like they're hiding from accountability or hiding from. A lot of people are in this place. A lot of people are in this place. And it's a great chance that it happened again when you took those major hits or that major hit last season. You picked up something that became a distraction. This could have been a person, place, or thing. It became a distraction, right? Even though God brought you out of that attack, thank God with your full mind intact, there was still a lot of damage done, a lot of emotions, a lot of broken pieces. So many of us picked up some type of distraction, and then God got very firm, right? After a while, we had our fun. So we thought, right, we had our fun or whatever. Then God got very firm, like, all right, like enough is enough, right? Get back in alignment. I need you back in alignment. The enemy is literally trying to trick you. He's trying to keep you tied up with this distraction, and you're playing with it too long. You need to be in alignment, right? And so we got back in alignment for a couple of days. Lord, please forgive me. I'm not trying to be funny, honey, but I'm just real, honest, and transparent. We got back in alignment. But we never got fully back-footed and rooted. So because we weren't rooted, the distractions are still what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. The distractions are still there. And so it's like you're toggling back and forth. You're rooted one day, distracted the next day. Rooted in discipline the next day, distracted the next day. We're dangling. And then we're trying to figure out, why can't I hear from God? Like it used to be so clear. Because God ain't playing with us no more. Like how you, come on, right? You want to hear from me, or you want certain type of blessings, but yet you won't even discipline yourself enough to get back rooted, even when I protected your mind during that attack. Make it make sense. But we're human. Let's be honest. We're human, right? So I just want to encourage you guys, no judgment, because your girl over here is slipping too. I'm just going to keep it real with you, right? Going to keep it real with you. I'm just a messenger. Trust me, got the same struggles you guys have, right? I'm just honest enough to say it. That's all. So whatever God has been placing on your heart, just try your best to get back in alignment. Listen, you got it's not that, see, it's obedience over emotions, right? It's not that you don't, you just gotta, it's obedience over emotions. Like I got invited out last night, right? And before I even like thought about it, I was already like, okay, let me get dressed. Instantly conviction. Where you going? And I just want to go have some fun. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere, right? So I literally had to make a decision, obedience over emotions, right? So that's really what it's about. It's not that you're going to want to do certain things just because you want to do it, right? It's more so less about following your convictions. That's going to be key. Following your convictions versus ignoring them. So that's right there. Let's speak really quickly about my good brother who dealt with some hurt and betrayal. My good bro, I'm sorry. And I know those words mean absolutely nothing, especially when it didn't come from the person who afflicted you. But I'm sorry, truly. But I really want to encourage you because this is common, right? For a lot of chosen people, this is common that you're constantly either being hurt, betrayed, taken advantage of, etc., 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 etc. I spoke on this probably last week. Sometimes I don't want to dwell on it too long, but I just want to encourage you. Whatever you do, please, and it's not. This dog is so insane. Oh my god. It's not that whatever you do, just don't change your heart posture. Because a lot of the times when people get hurt, the very heart that God gave you, right? Don't let that heart turn ice cold. And I know a lot of the times with men, I don't even want to like really compare like men versus women, if you will, but women hurt, and eventually we will learn to trust someone else fully again, right? But that comes after a healing process where, and that's not for everybody, of course, just ride with me, or sometimes for men, if it's that first hurt, it's like you're never going to trust again. It's like your heart turned cold, right? And I guess because they say, I don't know, men love more deeper or men don't love as often. So when they do, it's, I don't know, I really don't know. But regardless of what, the one thing the enemy is going to want to get you to do is literally get that mindset of, I'm never going to help anybody again. I'm never going to trust anybody again. I'm never going to like he wants you to like develop this hardened heart. But then you're going to miss your blessings. See, that's really where the tragic part is. That means the person who hurt you, they got over on you. And now it's like you're going to miss your blessings. So it's double trouble. So don't ever allow anyone to harden your heart. You just have to take a few steps back, and you may have to learn to put some things in place like discernment, not moving too quickly to trust somebody fully, right? So there's things you got to put in place, but just get through this healing process first. But please, whatever you do, don't block your blessings by putting security guards around your heart, the very heart that God have blessed you with, in order to be a blessing to others. The issue a lot of the times with us is we bless the wrong people. We trust the wrong people. So it's not that we're not supposed to be trusting and helping people. That's why we're here. We just keep helping the wrong people. And so now when it's time to help the right person, your heart and your emotions are so cold that it's like, and God is just like, well, I mean, right? So take accountability. Accountability. I was wrong. I ignored the red flags. I was wrong. I ignored the intuition. You gotta take accountability, heal, and then allow God to guide you and lead you to your assignments versus you picking them up on your own, if that makes sense. Next thing I want to speak about The wrath of God. Listen. Listen. You listening? We all know that God is love, patient, kind. I mean, just absolutely everything. This is why a relationship with God is so beautiful versus religion, if you will. A relationship with God, you get to know God so intimately. So intimately. And this is why a lot of these religious folks, right, who are so judgmental and so this, first of all, child, they have no clue. If they had a relationship with God, then never mind. Okay, so please don't get it twisted. Please don't get it twisted. Because you can get it. Oh, you can get it. The wrath of God is no joke. The wrath of God is no joke. And when that wrath comes up on us, it's not that he doesn't love us, right? It's not that he doesn't love us. He has to discipline us in order to get us in alignment, in order for us to learn certain things, etc., 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 etc. So how does the wrath of God come upon you? I mean, there's different ways, obviously. I was going to jump right into when we've been when we're acting crazy. It's almost like a, I guess you can see it as a punishment, if you will, but it's really, yeah, you're going to feel the wrath, but it's going to ultimately get you where you're supposed to be, that type of thing. But also sometimes too, it can happen when God is really ready to shift you. Right? It's not that you're doing anything. I mean, you may just be kind of ignoring what he's saying. This can be like when you first heard the call, if you will. And so you just, I mean, you just know that God is calling you to answer this call somewhere. He needs you to relocate. He needs you to do this, that, and the third. And you're just like, who? Who? Right? And then it's like he starts to really work with you. But of course, that's a very, very difficult place to be because you're just trying to figure out what is this even all about. So what he'll do is he'll start shutting things down, meaning people, places, things that can look like job loss, things like that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is not so much wrath, if you will, but it can feel like it. But really, what he's really doing right here in this situation is he's just snatching the rug, because you will never move just going based on your convictions and what he's saying, because you're not too spiritually inclined at that point. Now if he tell you to relocate, now if he tell you to do, you'll do it, because now you know how he operates. But now let's talk about these people who are intentionally doing things that they know God have either told them not to do, or they've done it. He's convicted. He's being gentle, meaning like he's convicted you. He has warned you. He has given you signs. He has sent people to you, and you just ignore. You just want to do what you want to do, so you ignore every person that he's trying to. See how loving he is. You see how loving he can snatch your wig, literally, right? He can that just means snatch your head back, type of thing, right? He can snatch your wig the second you're disobedient. But instead, what do? He keeps sending people to you, giving you signs and confirmations and warnings and warnings and warnings and warnings, like over and over. And you can't lie and say you don't know, because see, that's how clear he will make it. He makes it so clear because he needs you to get it, because he don't want to send you down that path. Right? He don't want you to experience that wrath, because that wrath is no joke, honey. When that wrath comes, that wrath will literally turn your whole life upside down. So, okay, so now we make our head hard after the 175th warning. So now you go from that loving, patient, kind, still loving, don't get it twisted, right? You go from that loving, patient, kind God to, okay, you want to keep playing with me? You want to keep playing with me? You want to keep playing with me after everything I've blessed you with? After everything? You want to keep playing with me? All right, say no more. Everything that God gave you, every person, every opportunity, he will snatch it right on back. He will snatch it back and he will throw you right where you came from, back to level 0. Because it's like a slap in the face. I gave you opportunities. I opened doors. I gave you the marriage that you harassed my nerve for. I gave you the job that 1,000 people wanted, but I literally handpicked you for the job. I gave it to you. I knew you wouldn't be perfect in it. Obviously, it's your first opportunity, right? It's a newly increased promotion, I guess. It's a promotion. So you really don't know. So this is why I'm going to send people to you. This is why I'm going to convict your head off more than others. This is why you're going to be able to hear from me more clearly now than just maybe a pastor, etc., right? I need you to get it more intimately now, because I'm going to have to be on you every day, all day, because I know this is all new to you. And if I don't stay on you, you're going to mess it up. So, okay. And I'm going to tell you one thing I've learned about that wrath of God. Your girl had it. That's how I can speak on it. Thank God it ain't been no time soon, because let me just tell you, honey, your girl is far from perfect. Let me just tell you, honey, but obedience, she is. Because that wrath of God is no joke, honey. One thing I learned about the wrath of God is, once you're in it, I don't care how much you cry, beg, plead, it's not going to stop it. Because this was the whole point of him being patient in the process, meaning patient in the beginning, by sending people, multiple people, to let you know you're slipping, get back on path, you're slipping. You're like sending people, sending messages, direct messages specifically for you. Every time you turn your TV on, every time you, he will pound your head when you're slipping. But we want to make our heads hard until we experience the wrath. That's what the wrath is all about. Because let me just tell you, once you've had a season of God's wrath, honey, the next time God opens the door for you, you're going to be, child, you'll be an angel. Not perfect per se, but obedience you will be, because you know that wrath is no joke. When does the wrath end? Only God knows. That's typically, I know for me, it was, God. Woo, honey, I just had a flashback. It was a couple of years for me. And that's how I'm telling you, I don't care how much you try to straighten yourself up within that wrath. That wrath will not end until you fully learn your lesson and receive the message. Until you know, well, God knows that when this I was trying to say wrath. I hope that did not come out. I hope that didn't come out. I'm not going to stop this recording, right? Never mind, right? So once God knows that wrath ends, and that you fully receive, once God knows that you fully receive the message, then the wrath will end. Will he bring you back to blessings? A lot of the times, truth be told, he'll give you more blessings than what you even had prior to the wrath, because now you know you've learned your lesson. So now it's like, whatever he blessed me with now, I'm going to honor, I'm going to respect, child. That's why a lot of people are so faithful in their marriages now. They literally lost a partner, lost a spouse from cheating or something like that, and then you went through that wrath probably years of whatever, right? And then God, you came out of it, you got your life together, you turn your life around, and now the person you have now, like you wouldn't even look at somebody else if you could. Well, you might look, but you get the point here, right? Because you learn your lesson. So we really see it as punishment, and Lord, my God, does it feel like it feels like punishment times 5? But ultimately, it is literally designed to transform you. So now, if He decides to increase you, right now, you will respect, honor, steward well, things like that. Things like that. So don't get it twisted, honey. The wrath of God is real, honey. And sometimes we bring that stuff upon ourselves, and then we're trying to figure out, what do I do? Child. So I wanted to share that. You guys have a great day. Have a great week. I think that's it. There you go.